I want to share with you a self-discipline hack, like a super crazy, maybe impractical self-discipline hack. Maybe you can apply it to a certain degree from a client of mine that, I got off the phone, after reviewing their super property portfolio structure as a broker. And maybe this hack would help you. I've been speaking to a lot of first home buyers in the last 3 weeks, they're planning to save for property, save for their first deposit, but they're having trouble saving. Hopefully this super self-discipline hack could be useful for you. Just to set the pre-framing of this hack before I tell you, I want to let you know it's super extreme. It's not like monk mode, right? This is like the extreme point of extreme, and it's from a client of mine who's the same age as me, 39 turning 40, but he's already retired, right? He's made millions, right? And he started his business just like 10 years ago, like myself. But in the mid-year till now, for 5 years, he went crazy mode, and I'll show you what I mean by that. He explained to me, and then the way I'll explain to you, I'll diagrammatically draw it out for you, is the normal people over here. And then you have your goal, either to make lots of money, accrue a lot of properties, whatever it is, right? We just basically traverse through this timeline to achieve our goal. Whatever that time limit that allows us to reach that goal, we aim for it, right? Now, before you go, this is about deep work, which I have a library of books about productivity, and it's not deep work, like you go monk mode. No, it's extreme. He calls it prison mode, right? Yeah, prison mode. So imagine a prisoner, right? So say you sold drugs, blah, blah, blah. You got caught, you got sentenced to prison for 5 years, right? You go to prison and you're locked up, right? You can't see your friends. You can't see your families. Well, you can see them, they can come and visit you, but you can't really go out there and go out with them and all that stuff, right? You're in your prison cell, right? For him, when he sets his eyes on doing something, for example, he told me, hey, 5 years ago, I said to myself, I want to retire in 5 years' time, all right? With X amount of money, X amount of properties, done, right? What he does is he voluntarily puts himself into prison mode. The normal person that's competing with him in terms of trying to attain that goal, for example, to retire in 5 years, in the normal world, there's the thing called distractions, right? You get distracted by your family, friends, yada, 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 events, Taylor Swift comes in, all those concerts, right? What he does is he has the self-discipline to put himself into prison mode. He literally tells himself, as of today, I'm just going to imagine that I am in prison. Even though there's no physical prison, he didn't do anything wrong. He puts himself in a mental prison, and he imprisons himself for X a number of time limit, for example, for him, 5 years. And he's got to live in his mind. He thinks, I'm a prisoner. I can't go anywhere. And all I can do right now is with the laptop in front of me and whatever work that he has in front of him, he just fucking focuses, right? No distractions. A friend texts him, hey, you want to go out? If I'm a prisoner, can I see him? No, sorry, I can't go out. Family texts him, you want to do this? Want to go on a holiday to here? I can't. Because to him, he's in prison. When he told me that, I was like, whoa, like the things that he told me that he achieved throughout the 5 years versus what I do, because I'm, I do what I do and I spend time with my kids, got 2 boys, I enjoy my life, right? But he goes into further than deep work, right? Because like deep work talks about going monk mode. But at least, when you go monk mode or monk, you can at least think, hey, I can do my other stuff. But in his head, he's in prison. I can't go anywhere. I can only be released 5 years later. The guy, credit to him, he's now retired, right? In 5 years, he's retired, made his millions, saved enough money, whatever it is, right? And I'm managing his, his property portfolio, and it's impressive, right? And credit to him, he's still single, has no wife, no kids, but now he's like, hey, I've got what I want. I can go and pursue the wife, go and pursue to start a family. Now for me, I'm like maybe 20% of where it is in terms of financial freedom, but I don't know, I can't do that. Like, what do you think? I mean, but there is some things you can learn from it, guys, right? There's a thing called restraint. So if you want to spend, this is just a really extreme example of restraint, where you set rules for yourself, mental rules for yourself. you might not want to be like retiring in 5 years time and have millions in your bank account and like, 40 properties like him. But at least if you want to save, for example, like, 50K for your next deposit for, example, $1 million property, and you want to save 5%, well, you can go prison mode, right? Just imagine like Akon, like just stuck in prison. Like, you just tell yourself, I'm in prison. If someone texts you, you go out. Well, I can't go out. I'm a prisoner. I'm a prisoner to my goals, to my dreams. I can't go out for now. And it might not be 5 years, maybe for 12 months. I don't know. Would that work for you? I'm just sharing to you. Send it out into the universe. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it'll trigger something. Hopefully it helps. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think.